Hello there, it's Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the Stock Market Option Volatility Report reminder. For education purposes only, shouldn't be considered investment advice. Options carry risk. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should. And go. I'm at OptionPit, and my top tweet is joining our brackets. I'd like you to join our brackets. You can also find that on Facebook. If you're following us on Facebook, again, you should also be a fan of us on Facebook. Sign up for our Yahoo tourney brackets for fabulous prizes from Option Pit. Things like a book from me, a gold membership. It's a pretty sweet deal. And if you're already a member of Option Pit, then we'll find you something equivalent if you happen to win. But if I win, then everyone has to send me $1. Okay? You're going to send me $1 in the mail. That's not true. You don't have to do that. What? Yeah, no, I'm kidding. You know what you can do? You can make a $1 donation to the charity of your choice in my honor. How about that? If I win the whole thing. That's the charitableness in me. Speaking of charitableness, the market is not feeling a lot of charity for the S&P 500, the Dow, but it is feeling some charity for the VIX. Apple is off a little bit today. Why is everything down? FedEx, FDX. FedEx is getting absolutely destroyed. They missed on earnings. They warned. They said the U.S. economy might have some problems. They said the worldwide economy for sure has problems. So the Fed is today, which means I think that we've now kind of can remove some uncertainty out of the Fed that we already, I think, had removed. I don't see a rate hike today, not in June, not in September, maybe in December. I think we're in kind of maybe a mini dip, and it's more China related. I mean, to say that what we've done in this trade war has not been a problem for China, I think is an understatement. They have all kinds of issues, and this has, they've been the loser of the trade war, and if a deal is gotten, that will be interesting to see what's struck. But I do believe that they're losing right now. Speaking of losing, as you can see, the SPX down about 11, QQQ down small, the diamonds, the Dow are down big, and the VIX, which settled 1235 yesterday, is now 14.25. Quite the move. If you're wondering why VVIX is hotter, it's because the VIX is hotter. Volatility is up in VIX and VIX options. There is some, there's no crazy trades going up today, but I have seen, some things go. Biggest trade I've seen today was, we've seen some April 17 call buyers. There was a big butterfly that went up that I love that I've not been able to get my hands on. And a June 18, 23 call 1x2 just traded for some size. So there's some bullish stuff going up in VIX. You can see June 23 calls were bought. There's, lots of stuff. Looking kind of worldwide, one of the reasons why I believe the Fed is going to stay still is really not the U.S. I think, maybe we're not growing at 3%, maybe 1.5% or 1%, right? Great. But maybe temporarily. But they're retracting. They're in a straight-up recession in China. They can say what they want. They're lying. Their economy is recessed. Europe is flat, maybe down a little bit. And so Europe is engaging in QE. Japan is. China is. So what does that do to the U.S.? That means even if they don't raise rates, their rates are basically higher regardless, and thus rates stay still. So I think today is going to be a non-event, but it's worth paying attention to, and that's going to hold the VIX up. I would point out that the VIX is up, but VXX and VIX futures, they're not doing a lot from yesterday, and they didn't do a lot yesterday either. You can see the curve is still in a contango, not crazy steep, but not unsteep. You got a decent spread between the cash and the VIX itself. Just the curve itself is still pretty flat. So there could be some more curvature in the coming days. So some trades I'll be looking at. I want to maybe play with UPS. I want to look at Walmart. I want to look at Disney. Disney got slapped in the face yesterday. Just a crazy down candle. So this will be one that I'm playing with over the next day, and maybe one that I would even put in our my wheel trade next week if it stays there. In VIX, I've got some trades that I think are interesting in VIX. I've got doing a Mark and Andrew show with Andrew Giovinazzi, my cohort, today, and he and I will have a lot of different trades to go through, a lot on the board. But on the day, I think we'll see what happens after the Fed. I think we're going to be kind of here-ish until the Federal Reserve, and then we will go from there. I'll be very interested to see what they have to say. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.